I think this is going to be a real wingding. I heard some of the nurses talk, and I guess Kelsey's got a real reputation as a party giver.
Amongst other things.
Huh?
Nothing.
Yeah, we're all out streamers.
Oh, well, I'm sure there are plenty down in the children's ward.
Thanks.
Tommy, I wanted to tell you, I think what you're doing is wonderful.
It's no big deal.
Oh, yes, it is. Children feel it's very special.
What can I say? I like to party.
Well, what can I say, but I'm very proud of you.
Ditto, son.
Okay, go find those streamers.
I think I'm just gonna try to make it. Oh, John! Oh!
Look out.
You all right?
Excuse me.
Where are you going?
Troubleshooting.
It's addressed to Carl.
Who's it from?
My mother.
Aren't you gonna read it?
No,
Why not?
because I don't feel like it, Brad.
You are so full of it, Harrison.
Come on, let's just get out of here, okay?
You mean to tell me that you're not the least bit curious as to what's in here?
Well, I think Carl made his feelings for my mother very clear.
Well, haven't you ever wondered how your mother felt about Carl? Because if you did, Ryan, here's your chance to find out.
Victoria, darling.
Grant, what is it? What's wrong? Grant,
I'm sorry.
you all right? I mean, the way you were looking at me, is everything all right?
Sometimes I look at you and I see a stranger. An incredibly gorgeous woman here in my room. And then suddenly I'm aware that you're mine, you're my wife.
You better get used to it, because I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah? I'd do anything in this world to keep you happy, Victoria.
I'm happy.
Are you sure?
Yes. All you have to do is love me.
I hate to interrupt this little tete-a-tete, but how long are the two of you planning to keep me waiting downstairs?
I'm sorry, Donnie. It completely slipped my mind. I'm really
That's not the way to win brownie points with me, Grant. Victoria, come on, we're going to be late.
Late for what?
We have an appointment with Jacqueline.
Go shopping now. It's too late.
Beauty knows no time schedule now. Hurry up and get dressed.
No, I don't think so. Not tonight.
You don't want to go shopping? You have a fever?
I'm fine.
You all right?
I'm fine.
Victoria.
I'm a newlywed.
No, no, look, why don't you go? It'll be fun for you to have a night on the town.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. We'll have many nights like this. This evening's excursion will be my treat.
Oh, no, that's lovely, but this is my treat.
But it's the least I can do for letting you stay downstairs 30 minutes.
39.
39 minutes, please. Allow me to do something for the two most beautiful women in Bay City, all right?
Well, in that case, thank you.
You're welcome. You two will excuse me. I'll see you later on, right? Donna.
Grant. Oh, he is a charmer.
Yeah,
Yes, he is.
You know, when I was sitting downstairs waiting for the two of you, amongst all that mahogany and those awful oil paintings, I was thinking you really should redecorate this house, and it's just not the appropriate decor for a U.S. senator or a newlywed couple. And I think what you should do is a lot of tints and bright pastels. Victoria, you're not listening to a word I'm
sorry,
saying.
I zoned out. I'm sorry.
You can't get him out of your mind, can you?
Well, Mother, I did just get married.
I'm talking about Ryan.
Brett, I came here to put Carl's death behind me.
Then reading this letter would be a good place to start, don't you think? What are you so afraid of, Ryan?
The truth?
You lost me.
See, Brett, my mother died just after I was born.
Must have been awful.
So I spent my childhood trying to figure out who she was, what she was like. So Spencer decided to create this image of Justine. And we all know how Spencer lies.
Well, what did you expect Spencer to do? Tell you as a little boy that your mother had an affair?
I don't know what I was expecting. But what I do know is that I spent my whole life with this saintly vision of who Justine was supposed to be.
She made a mistake. She went back to Spencer, so obviously she was trying to get past it. Maybe you should too.
She never should have been unfaithful to him. Especially if she was in love with him.
Are we still talking about Justine here? Or Vicky?
Don't. Not now.
Are you always this hard on people? Do you leave absolutely no room for human error?
You don't understand.
Actually, I think I do. If people don't play by your rules, Harrison, you quit the game.
That's not fair.
I agree. I mean, instead of trying to understand the people you supposedly care about, you write them off. You've done it with Vicky, with Carl, and now you're doing it with Justine, a woman you don't even know.
No, you're wrong, Brett.
Am I?
Yes.
Then prove it.
I can't.
Look, Ryan, I know this isn't easy for you. But this may be your last chance to find out what they were like, what they had together. Why choose to go through the rest of your life not knowing?
Because not knowing is all I ever had.
Don't you see? This could answer all those questions you've had all these years.
Well, some questions are better left unanswered, Brett.
Good comeback. Too bad you don't really believe that. Now, what's it gonna be, Harrison?
Go ahead.
What?
Read it.
Ryan, I
Brett,
can't...
please. Just read it. For me.
My darling Carl, how can I tell you how it is for me? From our first moments together, I felt change to the bottom of my soul.
Well, what do you think of our decorations?
Well, I think you've done enough. We certainly don't want to overstate things, do we, Kelsey?
No, I suppose not.
Good. Well, then let's get this Easter egg hunt underway.
Hey! Well, I know what you're gonna say.
Oh, how could we be so stupid with her standing over
You know,
there?
I never realized that standing on a ladder, sharing it, putting up decorations had become a felony in this state.
You know what I mean, John.
Look, I'm not gonna hide every time Iris pokes her head in the door.
I thought you and I agreed that we weren't going to do this anymore.
Do what? Be friends?
Of course we can be friends. We are friends.
Well, then,
Look, I can't talk about this right now with Lady Hawk staring at me.
you are giving her so much power.
I'm gonna go round up some of the kids, okay?
I wonder what's keeping Tommy.
Yeah, you know him. He's probably downstairs John with some of his friends.
Hank, I've been doing some thinking.
Uh-oh.
Look, I know you've had a problem getting a job.
Hey, we've been through this. I'm not staying at Corey.
I know, but I just don't want you and Tommy going through some needless transition.
Tom and I are gonna be fine.
Oh, really? And what about me? Have you given any thought as to how this affects me? I mean, how am I going to be when I don't see you every day?
Well, it's true you're not gonna have me days anymore, but my nights are gonna be all yours.
Oh, well, that's a fairly good exchange.
Oh, my, on hospital property yet. But I guess if you're on the board...
Cool it, Sherry.
Tell me something, Iris. Do you always get what you want so easily? Or do you just buy it?
The night is hot. But the days are hotter. Days of Our Lives, NBC Daytime. It's getting good.
You think you're so high and mighty with your fancy clothes and your cushy
I
life.
might be high and mighty, but I certainly have too much class to try and scratch your eyes out in public.
I'm not done talking to you.
I
lady.
said knock it off, Sherry.
Oh, she's got you wrapped real tight, doesn't she, Hank? Boss lady here calls all the shots.
What the hell are you talking about?
Huh, as if you don't know.
Would you mind keeping your voice down? This is a hospital, you know.
I bet this whole thing was your idea, wasn't it? I mean, God forbid people should see a bigwig like yourself carrying on with a married man.
Yeah, well, we're not gonna be married that much longer.
So I heard. Well, I'm giving you both fair warning. I'm gonna fight you every step of the way on this.
How can you do this to Tommy? Hasn't he been through enough?
Oh, mind your own business, homewrecker. This is between my husband and me.
Right, Sherry, that is it.
What's going on here?
Oh, nothing, sweetheart. I was just having a talk with your father.
You guys were duking it out again, weren't you?
No, baby. We were just having a discussion. Now, come on. How about you and I, go hide some more of those Easter eggs? Hmm?
Yeah. Cool.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. Don't be.
Boy, I knew she'd be upset about the divorce, but I didn't think she'd pull a stunt like this.
I think she's hurting. And it looks like she's going to make sure we do too.
Yeah, well, the trouble is that we includes Tommy.
Dana, thank you so much for helping us out tonight.
Oh, are you kidding? I have more fun at these events than the children do. Besides, I might be able to catch a glimpse of that man of mine.
Oh, I hate to burst your bubble, but Daryl is scheduled to be in surgery most of the night.
Oh. Well, then it's just you and me, kid.
I guess
so
so.
where do we start?
Well, I think we should set up some of the games over in this area. I
Okay.
think that'd be good.
Great. Oh, a little apron.
Hi, Dana.
Hi, Dr. Hudson. Hello there, girl. Now that's what I call dedication. Well, didn't you tell me that Dr. Hudson was off tonight?
Oh, he is. He's here for Gregory.
Well, that little child is just like a doll. Dr. Hudson is so good with him.
Yeah, he is, isn't he?
You know, I would like to have a child someday.
Oh, now, wait a second. Is there something you and Daryl aren't telling me?
Please. Daryl gets nervous just walking me down the aisle in a supermarket. Still, when I see someone like Dr. Hudson and how Gregory affects him, I don't know, just gets me thinking, you know?
Yeah, I do.
There's just one thing missing in his life.
What's that?
A good woman.
Ta-da! What do you think?
Yeah, it's great. With the hat or without? I don't know, whatever.
Darling, shopping is supposed to be a pleasurable experience, especially when somebody else is paying for it. Now, come on, try on some of these dresses.
Mother, I really
How
don't...
about this one? This one's perfect. Springtime cherry blossoms, power tees along the Potomac.
I hate teas.
You love power, though, and you have to look the part. It's gorgeous.
I'm not wearing any pillbox hats. I just want you to know that right
worked
now.
for Jackie
Well,
Kennedy.
It didn't work for Hillary.
Well, then buy a box of headbands. Do whatever it takes to make a fashion statement, to embrace this life you have chosen. You have embraced it, haven't you?
Of course I have. Of course I have.
Lovely.
No, I don't think so.
collar looks like Judy Jetson.
It's not the problem, is it?
What is it, the cut, you think? It's too short.
Victoria,
Too long?
Victoria, would you just tell me what's on your mind?
You wanted me to try on dresses, so I'm trying on dresses now. You want me to spill my guts. It's very hard to get it right with you, Mother. Okay. I keep thinking about the cake.
I knew it. You're thinking about Ryan again.
Well, you're right, Mother. All your motherly instincts are intact. I certainly can't
Victoria.
pull one over on you. Should I buy you a beer to commemorate this? I mean, it must give you a lot of satisfaction.
Actually, it makes me very sad.
How dreadful for you.
And other than that, it makes me cross and impatient. What happened in the cave was understandable, but it shouldn't have happened.
But it did happen.
But it's in the past.
Right. So why can't I tell Grant about it and make him understand?
Because it will hurt him. It won't serve any purpose, and it will undermine your marriage.
Secrets undermine marriages. You, of all people, should know
I
that.
know what happens when you don't commit fully to one another. Now, I am the first one to have told you over and over and over again that your heart belonged to Ryan. But you convinced me that Grant and the life that he offered you was what you wanted. I was alarmed, but I saw your genuine affection for one another. I saw his devotion for you when you were lost, and I acquiesced. I gave you my blessing.
I just don't know how I can be feeling so many different things right at the same time.
You can feel whatever you want. You can't control your feelings, I know that, but you can control your behavior. Darling, it's time to grow up. Now, I want you to take your heart and your head and march right out of that cave for good.
I already did that. And Grant was waiting right there for me. I thought that was enough.
It can be. You made your choice. So for heaven's sakes, take it. Enjoy it. Be it. And stop thinking about Ryan.
I still care about him. He's so alone.
Darling,
right now.
please. Let him go. Once you get on with your life, he'll get on with his.
And so, my love, I finally came to understand you didn't change me after all. You found me, the deep down of me, the one who'd been hiding out in another life. But that life is a part of me, too. And sometimes I feel shattered into fragments like glass that sparkles but has sharp edges and can wound. I never meant to wound anyone, not even myself. Certainly not you, my dearest. Never, never you. Because I love you, Carl. And I always will. Justine.
This letter's dated just before I was born.
She never even told him she was having his child.
But she loved him. And then she just took herself right out of his life.
Is that what happened?
Poof. Right out of his life. Or else he would have gone after her.
It sounds like one of those once-in-a-lifetime loves.
Why did she leave him? Why did she go back to Spencer?
For you, maybe. And Grant. She didn't want you two to grow up without a mother.
But we did.
Ryan, you can't blame her for that.
Well, I wish I'd never found this.
No, Ryan. Your parents loved each other. And you are living proof of that love. Knowing that right now should make you feel so wonderful.
So why doesn't it?
Maybe it will. Someday.
Listen, I'm sorry I involved you in all of this.
No, I involved myself, didn't I?
Why?
I don't know. I guess being here made me feel kind of needed. I like that.
Listen, I can take it from here, okay?
Ryan, I'll stay if
No, that's okay. If it's all the same to you, I'd like a little time by myself.
call me if, you know.
I will. Promise.
And in the toddler division, the first prize for the egg hunt goes to Gregory Hudson.
Well, Kelsey, I must say that this little soiree of yours has been quite a success.
Well, thank you, Iris.
Isn't Gregory adorable? And he looks so much like Charlene.
Yes, well, I think Tommy looks a great deal like his mother, too, don't you?
No, not at all. You know, I'm quite surprised that John's here this evening. After all, it is his day off.
He's here for Gregory, Iris, not for me.
Oh, I know. I overheard you saying that to Dana.
Well, you don't miss a trick, do you, Iris?
Not when you make it so obvious.
Obvious? Oh, you mean like that little scene that you had earlier with Mrs. Kent?
Don't you have anything else to do?
I never miss a trick either.
Hey, IW, I just came up with a great idea.
Oh, you did? Well, what is it?
Well, seeing that the Sunday is Easter, I was figuring that I could spend a day with you. You know, church, dinner.
Well, that's splendid. That's absolutely wonderful.
It'll be great, right? Just the four of us. Is that all right?
Okay, everyone, let's start the egg races, all right?
Yeah! Still on, right?
Oh, you bet we are.
Come on, let's put something we're used to.
The four of us. Church and dinner.
It's a holiday. We'll find a way to get through it.
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
It means a lot to Tom.
Listen, Hank, I don't think we can keep promoting this fantasy. You know, it's not good for him, it's not good for us. You're going to have to tell him about the divorce.
I can't. Not yet. Look at the kid. Look at how hard he's trying for us to all get along. Like a family.
I'm not surprised he hasn't had one before.
He had me.
Oh, I know, and he was a very lucky boy. In fact, I think that probably he was better off then.
Iris, I can't tell him about Sherry and me splitting. I don't think he's strong enough yet.
It's going to be worse if you lie to him. Hank, I know it's difficult for you. I know it's difficult for Tommy. But for his sake, you are going to have to tell him the truth.
I hope it didn't interrupt your dinner. I
No.
don't think.
Victoria and I rarely eat before 10. Pressures of public life. What can I do for you?
Well, you can take a look at this.
What's this?
It's my chapter about Spencer's attempt to stop your wedding.
You want me to read this in advance?
Well, I was hoping that I could get your reaction before I submit it for final draft. That is, if you have time.
I'll make time. And I appreciate this, considering we had no prior approval agreement.
Well, it is a sensitive area, and I figured that I could ask for your input without compromising myself. Although, you know, the final judgment
Is yours. I understand. I appreciate that you're in my corner, more or less.
Well, basically, Grant, I like what you do with who you are.
Well, likewise. Which leads me to something that I've been tossing around in my head. Sit down, please. You know, I realize that you've come under a lot of fire because of me lately.
Oh, it's nothing I can't handle.
No, you went up against Rachel and the Corey Publishing, and you did something that virtually saved my political career.
Well, above all else, Grant, I like to think that we're friends.
I think it's more than friendship. You know, there comes a time when a man looks at his life and he has to look for people that he can trust. I count on you as one of those people.
How about we stop talking like a politician and tell me what's really happening here?
I'm sorry. Occupational hazard.
Well, what's on your mind, Grant?
How'd you like to come work for me?
Victoria, must we here?
What's wrong with this place? You said I could pick where we eat.
I was hoping for something a little less south of the wilderness.
We used to come here all the time when Roger Jackson owned this place.
Well, that was entirely different, and that's ancient history.
History has a way of repeating itself.
Not if we don't allow it.
So, tell me again why the sudden dinner invitation?
I wanted to show my appreciation.
Oh, yes, the 27 feet of literary space that needed to be filled. Well, I told you, you're welcome to those books because we no longer use them.
I still owe you one.
Oh, okay. I'll let you buy me a taco any day.
Besides, I still want to hear more about what it was like.
What?
Growing up leather-bound and privileged and all that.
Oh, yes.
So what are you gonna have?
How about a good bicarbonate?
Are you gonna... Oh, my God.
What?
What is she doing here?
What? Who?
Don't look right now, but that girl... Don't look right... That girl that Ryan's been sort of kind of dating, she's sitting right over there.
Where?
Right behind you
Where?
with Matthew Corey.
Oh, Matthew, I didn't know Matthew was here. Matthew, hi. Hi.
That was smooth.
What? What are you so upset about?
Well, I just wonder if she's dating Ryan, what she's doing sitting with Matthew.
Stop. She's eating guacamole.
She's obviously totally wrong for him.
I think she's kind of cute.
Yeah, she thinks she's cute, too. I used to have a haircut like that once, when I was 12.
You're obsessing again.
I don't care. As a matter of fact, I think it's time I give little Miss Tomboy a piece of my mind.
Victoria, you're a U.S. Senator's wife. You have already given the gossip columnist enough to talk about.
Oh, listen to her over there giggling and laughing. What a tramp.
You don't even know
What
her.
kind of woman dates two guys at the same time? Don't answer that.
Darling, listen to your mummy. Jealousy adds years to a woman's age.
That's what you think I am? You think I'm jealous?
Why else would you be going on like this?
Because, as I said, I care about Ryan, and I just don't want to see him ending up with the wrong girl.
Well, maybe this is the right girl.
Well,
for
if it's the
him.
right girl, then what is she doing sitting with Matthew
That's
and
it.
not with Ryan?
That's it.
What?
I give up.
What? Come on. What are you doing?
I'm not going to let you make a fool of yourself in front of Matthew and his friend.
Fine. You better not lock me in the closet again.
Come on, let's go. And it wasn't a closet.
When Sam gets back from his tour, I'm thinking of taking him in a different direction. Maybe work in a little blues to that country. Hello?
Hmm?
What are you looking at?
Oh, nothing. I was just studying the architectural components of this place.
What's to study here?
Matt, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you think I'm pretty?
You.
The truth.
Yes, Brett, I think you're pretty.
How?
How what?
How pretty?
What do you mean by how pretty?
Well, do you think I'm pretty as in attractive pretty or pretty as in mountain pretty?
You're pretty isn't pretty. Why are we reliving a scene from our town here?
I was just curious. Do you think I'm as pretty as, oh, I don't know, let's say, Vicky Hudson?
Excuse me.
Wait, Matt, where are you going?
I'm going home.
Why?
Because when you invited me to dinner, I didn't think Ryan would be joining us.
A speechwriter? Grant, I don't have any experience in that sort of thing.
Nonsense. You're a journalist.
Is that a crack?
As you will.
I can't leave Corey Publishing.
I'm not asking you to leave Corey Publishing. You can come to work for me part-time. You'll call the shots.
What about my book?
What about it?
Well, I can hardly remain objective if I'm on your payroll.
Then we'll wait till after your book is published before you come on board.
Oh, Grant,
Look,
I don't
Amanda,
know.
I need people like you on my team. I trust your judgment, I respect your viewpoint, and think of the possibilities inherent in the position.
I'm doing that.
So?
I don't want to seem ungrateful.
Then say yes.
I wish I could. I just don't think this is the right time for me to make a career move.
Why not? Oh. Sam.
Sam and I are attempting a trial separation.
I had no idea. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. Actually, it's not. But
Well, you seem to be holding up pretty well.
well, I don't really have much of a choice, do I?
Look, Amanda, the position I'm offering you could be just the thing you need right now.
I don't think so.
Promise me that you'll give it some thought.
Yes, all right. I can promise you that much.
We won! Mom and me won the race.
All right.
Come on, Dad. The egg rolling contest is next.
Yeah, look, son, after the party, there's something that we have to talk about.
What's the deal?
I'll tell you later.
No, if you've got something on your chest, we should talk about it.
Yeah? Where'd you learn that?
You? So what's up?
Well, I've been thinking about Sunday night.
Yeah, it'll be awesome, right?
Actually, no, son, I won't. Come on, sit down. Tom, you know your mom and I, we love you very much, and we want you to be happy.
Yeah, so?
Well, you see, your mom and I, we don't feel exactly the same way about each other that we used to, so it's hard for us to do things that we used to.
We can't even have dinner, like Easter, with him and stuff?
Yeah, well, a lot of things have happened between us, son. Things have changed.
But does everything have to change?
In this case, I think it should. And it's time for your mom and I to live our lives separately, you know?
What are you talking about? Like a divorce?
Yeah, a divorce.
Why?
Well, son, I mean, we've been thinking about it, and we just feel that's the right way to go right now. You understand, don't you?
No, I don't.
Look, Tom, let me explain it again.
No, I don't even want to talk about this, okay?
Look, Tom, please, come
No, just leave me alone.
Go on, tell me I should have minded my own business.
No, you were right. I mean, Tom should know. He sensed something was up.
He's a bright boy. He'll come round eventually.
Oh, yeah? What if he doesn't? I knew he wasn't going to be thrilled about all this, but I didn't think he'd react that strongly.
Hank is only a little boy. He's just a child. Of course he's going to react like that.
Yeah, maybe I handled it wrong.
No, you didn't. You handled it fine.
So what do I do now?
Just be there like you always have. And continue to tell him how much you love him. That is all anyone can do.
Well, I hope you're proud of yourself.
Where's Tom?
Waiting in the car. He wants me to take him home.
Home?
Yeah, what did you say to him?
Sherry,
You obviously said something to make him miserable.
I told him about us. The divorce.
Could you have picked a better time?
He's got to find out sooner or later.
So, of course, let's spring it on him while he's having fun with his friends at a party.
There's no good time for a kid to find out something like that. We just thought...
We?
Yeah, Iris and me.
Yeah, should have known. You can't keep your nose out of anything, can you?
Why can't you learn to behave
Look,
yourself?
I was the one who talked to Tom, not Iris.
And I am the one who now has a crying son out in my car.
What do you want me to... You want me to go out and get him and bring him home with me?
So you could explain a few more things? No, thank you.
Hey, Sherry, listen, the sooner Tom goes through his feelings about...
Oh. What is this? Goes through. Listen to you. Is she footing the bill for some gold-plated head shrinker for you?
You are way out of line.
No, you are way out of line. Telling our kid that there is going to be a divorce when I told you there wasn't.
Hey, what are you trying to do here? Tom has no fantasies about us getting back together.
I should hope not, but I'll tell you what he does have. He has the delusion that he has a family. Extended family, if you want, of people who love and care about him.
At long last.
Stay out of this, Iris. I am talking to my son's father.
And your son is a part of my life.
I noticed. I hate it. But there it is.
Is that why you're doing this? Is that why you're fighting a divorce out of spite?
Believe it or not, I am doing this for Tommy.
Oh, please.
My son, our son, is happy with the status quo. His mother and father are both in his life. Plus his father's, whatever you are.
Hey, look, I have had it up to here with you insulting Iris.
All right, Hank, I can look after myself.
Oh, yeah, you can look after the whole rest of the world, lady. But I am limiting your influence over my son. Now, I'm not going to fight over you with him. And I'm not going to fight in front of him with you. But I'm not going to let you ruin what little he's got while he's trying to rebuild his strength.
Let's come over here.
Tommy's waiting for me.
Oh, very good, Aaron. Aaron's coming. Here she comes.
You're going this way. Come over this way.
Oh, very good. That's
Dr. Spader, care for an egg?
Thanks for not leaving. I don't blame you if you're mad at me. I mean, there's nothing worse than having dinner with someone who can't stop talking about someone, right? Not that you and I are dating or anything, or that Ryan and I are involved, for that matter. It's just that...
Hey, you're rambling again.
Am I?
Yeah, big time.
Sorry.
Okay. Why don't you just come clean with me?
About what? Oh, that.
Yes, that's just, I'm a good listener, okay?
Thanks, but I don't want to bore you.
Why stop now? Kidding. I'm kidding. It's a... Talk, please. Talk.
All right. Yes, I'll admit there is some attraction between me and Ryan.
Just some.
All right, maybe more than that. I don't know, Matt. I mean, sometimes he can be a real jerk, and then other times he can say or do something really sweet.
Yeah, but how do you feel?
Honestly? Like he's gonna shred my heart?
Thank you.
Get him while they're cold.
Yeah, in this joint, we'd be lucky if we get them while they're lukewarm.
Cheers.
So what do you need, Ryan?
Why do you think I need anything?
Because you never spring for beer unless you need something. What's going on, man?
You're right. I do. I need a favor.
Now, if it has anything to do with Frankie Frame.
No, it doesn't have anything to do with Frankie Frame. It's got to do with Carl Hutchins. Listen, I need you to get me the Canadian police report on the helicopter crash that killed Carl.
Why, you want to go mess around with something like that?
Let's just say I need to close some doors. Think you can get it for me?
Yeah, I can get it for you, but I got a better idea. Why don't you get your butt back on the force and get it yourself?
You never quit, do you?
Ryan, we both know why you left the force to begin with.
Let's not bring that up again,
Now,
huh?
you told me you left the force because Vicky was worried about you.
Are you going someplace with this?
Damn straight I'm going someplace with this. Vicky's not in your life anymore. You're not on the force, and I want to know why.
Of all the stupid things to say, care for an egg, Dr. Spader? I should have said care for my resignation. What is so funny?
You. Why do you let Spader get to you like this?
The man halted a children's hospital party. He's not human, John.
Yeah, and you handled it pretty well, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, and look where it got me, picking up sticky marshmallow eggs off a floor.
Well, you seem to be getting the hang of it.
Yeah, well, I hope you took a picture, because I'm going to be working from now until Christmas, day and night.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think that you'll bounce back. You
Oh.
always seem to.
That's me, bouncy Kelsey Harrison.
Well, that's one of the things I admire most about you.
What's that?
You have good survival instincts.
Well, my grandfather always used to say to me, if you don't have a tough skin, you don't belong in the jungle.
You belong here, that's for sure.
I do?
Sure. People count on you here, Kelsey. Nurses, the children.
You?
Yeah. Yeah, even me.
This has nothing to do with Vicky.
Oh, no, then what?
Has to do with Frankie.
What are you talking about?
I'm trying to help Cass get Frankie off the hook before the case goes to trial.
And what does that have to do with you coming back to the force?
Because I need my freedom, Billy. I need every minute to spend on this case, and besides, I wouldn't be any good to you right now.
After that?
I can't make any promises.
The longer you stay away, Ryan, the harder it is for you to come
I
back.
know, but I need to do this for Frankie. She's counting on me.
I see it. Frankie's gonna need a hell of a lot more than you to keep her from going to jail.
You understand why this is so important to me?
Yeah, I understand. But I want you to know that as soon as this case is over, I'm gonna be standing right outside your door.
And I won't open it up fast.
Look, man, I gotta go, man. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, I will.
And hey, don't worry, I'll get those police reports from Canada for you. Just for you.
Thanks, Billy.
Maybe it's better if both of us don't cling to something that would cause us to dwell on the past.
Grant, sweetheart, I'm home.
I'm in here.
Hi.
Hi. You're home early.
Yeah, well, Donna wasn't feeling well, so.
Nothing serious, I hope.
No, she just gets a little queasy after Mexican food.
Is that new?
Yes. You like it?
I love it.
Wow. I would have known it was going to get this reaction. I would have brought the whole line.
It's not the outfit. It's you, Victoria. It's all you.
The Channel 4 News now brings you First News on the Scene at 5. First News, First Forecast with Bill Hall. It's on the Scene at 5 starting Monday here on Channel 4.